What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about Game 3 between the Mavs and the Clippers. And I already know what a lot of you guys are going to say. A lot of you guys are going to say, I'm ducking, I'm quiet because I had the Mavs winning Game 3. I mean, had the Mavs winning the series, and now it's evenly tied 2-2. I honestly just been busy. But before we even get into the video, if you want to become harder to guard on the court and start shifting defenders, and you want a free workout, click the link in the description below. Also, if you want to become harder to guard and get more detailed training, online training, to where you can train with me anywhere in the world, click the link in the description below. It's going to take you to my basketball training course. Get in on it. But I already know a lot of you people are going to be saying that I'm ducking smoke, and I haven't been ducking smoke. I've just been busy with a lot of stuff, going to gun ranges, all types of stuff. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So, Game 3. Kawhi had one of the best games I've ever seen him play, and I would actually say, in the stretch of basketball he's been playing, this is one of his best stretches of basketball he's ever played in his life. Kawhi shot, I think he shot like over 70 or 80%. The dude was not missing. Paul George played great as well. And watching this game, Game 3, it was crazy because Kawhi didn't take any shots in the first quarter. Paul George, kind of got started. Paul George kind of got started earlier than Kawhi. And what's crazy enough is that Luka Doncic and the Mavs was winning by 19 points in the first quarter. Now, as soon as Luka went out, that's when the run started to happen. And I'm going to talk about some problems that happened in Game 3 that kind of led to Game 4. So, the Mavs, they make a run. Luka goes off. He scores the first 8 straight. Luka ends up with 44 points. There's nothing more you could really ask from him. I think he had 10 assists and maybe 8 rebounds. But as soon as Luka goes out of the game, Clippers make a run. Now, to me, honestly, the reason they make this run is not because Luka came out of the game, because obviously Luka needs to rest, but it's because that the Mavs started taking bad shots early in the shot clock, and every time they saw a three, it was like as soon as they was on the three-point line, as soon as they got the ball on the three-point line, they just shot because they've been hot in Game 1 and Game 2. And that simply can't happen because shooting that early in the shot clock led to Paul George getting going, and then later in the game, Kawhi getting going and shooting at like an amazing percentage, like high percentage. So that comes down to bad coaching on Rick Carlisle, just bad coaching in general. When you're up 19 points, you can't start taking bad shots. I understand you're trying to blow them out and keep your foot on the neck, but you can't start taking bad shots early in the shot clock, especially against scorers like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. That can't happen. And that's ultimately what happened. Also, Kristaps Porzingis played like absolute dog water. I've been saying this for a while. Kristaps Porzingis has to be one of the softest big men to ever enter the NBA. You're 7'3". There was many times where he could have posted up Paul George and literally just turned around and dunked over him or floated it over him, but he instead tries to post up and then takes a mid-range fadeaway jump shot like he's KD. You're not KD. You're not, Bradley Beal. You're none of those people. Get under the rim and start going at these defenders. I don't care if Zubac is a little stronger than you. You have to go to the rim and use your height to your advantage. And that's one of the reasons why I always say Luka has a great team, but when he needs players to show up, sometimes they don't show up. And considering Kristaps Porzingis is supposed to be an all-star, not an all-star, he's supposed to be a secondary quote-unquote all-star on the team, he doesn't play like it. He plays very small. Very small. But that's ultimately what gave the game away, just that first quarter, taking bad shots. And you'll notice that Ty Lue played it great. As soon as they started taking bad shots, and they were down 19, he called a timeout. He had Paul George be more aggressive. Kawhi kind of played the little defensive role. He didn't really play much offense. I guess that was to get Paul George going early. without Paul George having to worry about should he pass the ball to Kawhi or all that other stuff, yada yada. Then Kawhi started going off, and just that run alone took over the entire game. That changed the morale, changed the momentum of the entire game. Now, in the fourth quarter, there was times where Luka and the Mavs were right neck and neck with the Clippers, but the biggest change that happened in the fourth quarter was Rajon Rondo. Now I've been saying this for like years since I've grown up watching Rondo. Rondo is one of the game changers that you want to have on your team in the playoffs. In the fourth quarter, every time the Mavs would score a point, Rondo would slow the game down. He would go to their sets. He would get Kawhi the ball where Kawhi needed to have the ball. Even though Kawhi was already hot, he would put Kawhi and Paul George in positions to score at a very high efficient level. So every time Luka would hit a three, Kawhi would come back down and hit a two. But if you notice where he was taking the twos, he was taking it a lot in the mid post where he's already comfortable at. There was times where I seen Rondo told Paul George to set the screen for Kawhi, and he was basically orchestrating the offense. But Kawhi and Paul George put in work, no doubt. But Rondo orchestrated the fourth quarter to perfection, and that led to them winning. And you could tell that his leadership led to them winning that game, especially in the fourth quarter where I think either Paul George or Kawhi got fouled, and Rondo called them into a huddle on the court, and they started talking about what they need to do, blah blah blah. So that led to, the Clippers winning this game ultimately. Now, I'm gonna talk about what happened in Game 4 in another video after this. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want a free basketball training workout that's going to help you shift defenders, create space, and be able to dominate, click the link in the description below. It's a free workout, literally totally free. It's going to show you 3 sets of footwork that's going to help you shift defenders and create space. Also, if you want to join my basketball training course to become literally the best player on the court, whatever court you walk on, and dominate, click the other link in the description below. But that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Peace.